You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Coach, I got to tell you, we envy you right now in that nice dry studio as we are at soggy and windy Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough, Mass. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They defer to White out of the shotgun. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. An interesting note about the Steelers opening up on the road here. It's the 5th season in a row that they have started away from home. Longest active streak in the league. And, of course, pitting them against the Patriots, two of the most storied franchises, especially in the last couple of decades. Since 2002, these two teams have met in 3 AFC championship games, with New England getting the better of Pittsburgh all 3 times. And you think of the Lombardi trophies, with New England winning last year. Each of these franchises has 6 trophies, tied for the most in the entire league. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Off of play action. Luck. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season. James Conner fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now, Roethlisberger. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
7-7. Hey, Wood.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And that's knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Edelman set to return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Patriots take over. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They go right back to White here on first down. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's White. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They'll fake it. Now Love. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down. So now on 4th down, on comes Steven Gostkowski to try and get the Pats 3. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And the 13-year man puts it through. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Push him back. Push him back.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Here we go, here we go. Black 20. Let's go, let's go. 50.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now Edelman. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. The drive starts with a run by White. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. So many different weapons available in that Patriot backfield. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd down now. Behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. James White, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
To throw again on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt.
Let's go,
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Luck. Caught by Sanu. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
General West.
To throw is Luck. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On 3rd down, a run from White. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll run for it. This is White. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40 and down to the 29-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So we have come upon halftime in the Sunday night opener from Foxborough. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit, because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Check out route. Hike 3. 218. Chop.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. It's John Simon with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
That just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. That's to his running back, complete. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
At the 26-yard line.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and just like that, it's 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Locke. Jordan Reed has it. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
First down, here's White. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
They stay on the ground with White. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
Ready? White 80. You must be dreaming. Jack 16. Show the ball. Hey, Charlie.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Here we go. Block 80. Easy.
And the Steelers first down.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll run here with Connor. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Roethlisberger. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Benny Snell with his first career touchdown in his first career game. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Boswell good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Opting to run again here with White. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's got a first down and then some in midfield. And finally down at the 36-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, White. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. On second down, it's White. And some room to work. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. James White, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Important extra point up and through. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The veteran Jason McCourty there to make sure that one didn't find its target. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Hey, team 6, team 6.
Throwing now is Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 19 yards that time for number 19.
First down, Steelers.
Here's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there at 22. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to let it go deep. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jason McCourty.
61, match clock, watch.
They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Here's White. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Luck. He's going to let this go deep for Lee. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted.
Weren't we together in preseason?
What up, Cole?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Yeah, it's straight. I'll take that one. I lost by 10. I can't run the ball, bro. I ain't got no running back. I tried to get Keon Bonner, but them niggas wouldn't let me.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening.
I tried to. Them somebody had them snatch them up.
So for the Pats,
That's what I'm saying. Somebody had them snatch them up.
an enthusiastic home crowd for a Sunday night. They will
Yeah.
on the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they go down to defeat here in.
Nah, he plays. He say he don't play till tomorrow.